throw 15 minutes of kitchen sink the whole time. This guy's punches and bunches, not afraid to throw crazy head kicks. He's a banger.
Looks like this is our first.
Harris Norwood.
Our first pro fight. Harris Norwood, 33 years old, 5'11", 155 pounds.
This guy's a gym rat, though, man. This guy lives in the gym. He trains like all day.
He fights all day, apparently. 10 and 12.
Fighting out of the red corner, Marlon Mathias.
That's Vanderlei Silva cornering that guy. That's Vanderlei Silva, Rafael Asuncao. Let's see who else we got over there. Did I just see Morrison Butler in that corner? No, I didn't.
Marlon Mathias.
Vanderlei Silva is rear end is a couple feet from me.
He's got
Again,
nothing
your fourth
on
fight
Lee
of the
Kemp.
night, your first professional fight.
Hey, Clip, this is completely off subject. How much do you think Lee Kemp weighs?
Your referee, George Yurden, having a few words with the fighters. Right now, I'd like to introduce to you from the blue corner, at 33 years of age, at a height of 5'11", weight 155 pounds, with a record of 10 wins, 12 losses, from Atlanta, Georgia, fighting for LA Boxing, blue corner, Harris Norwood.
He's going to bring it. He's going to bring it. It says Marlon Mathias. It said his record is 503. I think it might be 5-0-3.
No, he's 503.
If he's fought 503 times.
His opponent fighting out of the red corner at 28 years of age.
I'm instantly impressed.
At a height of 5'6", also a weight of 155 pounds. From Las Vegas, Nevada.
What?
Fighting for the One Fight Team, red corner, Marlon Mathias.
That is a big 155 pounds. That is an enormous 155 pounds.
That is.
I'll tell you this, though. Harris Norwood doesn't
Welcome
care.
to round one of your
Just
first
say-
professional bout of the night. Of course, your ring card girl.
post
Let's
it
hear
up.
some love for Hooters.
Oh, wow.
And
We're getting
again,
some
your
real
referee,
questions here.
George Yurden. This fight scheduled 3 5-minute rounds.
I like it. We just got a wrestling MMA question. We'll get to that in a second because I have a feeling we don't want to miss this action that's about to happen in this fight. We got Norwood, Mathias. We got 31 years old versus 28 years old. I don't think age is going to be a factor. Harris not afraid to throw leg kicks, not afraid to bang shins. This guy's been around forever. This guy had been training 800 years when I got in the game, 6-7 years ago. He's not afraid to throw leather. He's got a pretty solid ground game as well. He showed that, I believe, the last time I fought him. I believe actually he fought Rand Weathers, who was our main event. And Rand Weathers is a pretty good submission guy, and I don't think he ever submitted Harris in the fight or even got close to it. But it looks like they're filling out process here. Mathias out of Vegas, which I'm assuming he trains with Vanderlei, so I'm sure he's got some stand-up skills. Both guys are open palms here. Just got a text. What are the most important wrestling basics in MMA? Oh, nice head kick. Like I said, Harris is not afraid to go up top. George Allen in his corner. We actually got Cam McCarg over there in his corner. That's Joe Merritt over in his corner too, I believe. George Allen, a longtime staple in Georgia MMA. This guy's been around forever. He's a good trainer. He knows his stuff. Used to run Eagle Fight Club with Gary Brown back in the day. Harris, a product of those guys. They're real big on stand-up. Harris has made a lot of adjustments to his game. I'm going to go on a limb and say Marlon is a complete fighter, fighting out of, Vanderlei's camp. Looks like he's going for the takedown, though.
Nice little
Nice
trip there.
takedown. Vanderlei Silva in my corner. If I lost, I would be afraid that he would eat me.
He might eat you if you win.
I know. That's just the way they do it.
I think it depends if he's hungry or not.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe he just eats my nose.
I'm not losing with him in my corner, though.
I got the crowd getting a little upset here. Harrison dove out. I don't want to say he dove out of the rings. He's just doing what he needs to do. He's defending. He's skating his hips. They're going to restart him. While we're on the ground here, Lee, you want to answer that question? Most important wrestling basics in MMA?
I'm not an MMA guy, so I don't know if I'm really qualified for that.
All right, Lee, you're not qualified for it. I'm going to make a ruling on that. Me personally, first off, there's a couple things. I would say there's a couple things you got to unlearn about wrestling. I think my biggest thing, I was a big wrestler coming to MMA, and my biggest problem was my head was down. I felt comfortable with my head being down in certain situations. MMA, you can't do that. I would say, takedown defense. If you're a stand-up guy, I don't think you need to have to learn a ton of takedowns. I just think you need to learn how to defend takedowns. I mean, keep it where you're comfortable. Wrestling basics, coming from wrestling, you're just going to have better balance. You're going to have better hips, body awareness. Learning wrestling, I would say if I was getting into MMA, or I had a friend that was getting into MMA that's never wrestled and was going to get into MMA, I would maybe even just teach basic wrestling and not even related to MMA for a while. Let him learn those wrestling basics and those wrestling tendencies, and then start getting involved in your jiu-jitsu and work your stand-up. But they're, just pummeling, clinch work, head awareness, knowing where your hips at, knowing where your body's at. I mean, that's basic. I mean, you can learn a lot of that through jiu-jitsu. So, as far as wrestling basics go, there's some wrestling tendencies there that if you have, you're going to bring to the game. But I would say if you're a stand-up guy, if you're coming from a stand-up background, then I would just learn takedown defense and keep it where you're comfortable. If you're a jiu-jitsu guy, whoa, we got a good scramble here. Nice foot sweep. I like it. If you're a good jiu-jitsu guy, then you obviously need to learn those takedowns. I would say, if you're going to be a double leg guy, then you need to learn double legs with good guillotine defense. Transferring to the other side. I mean, there's a ton of things you could do, but just takedown defense, good solid takedown clinch work, I would say. There's a ton of things, but Harris has got this body triangle here. It's not really doing any damage, or it maybe could tighten it up a little bit and keep Marlon from breathing a little bit, and kind of impede his breathing. I don't think that's going to bother Marlon. It's going to keep him from passing, though. I'm sure Harris would much rather want this on his feet. We were talking earlier. You can text me. I'm going to throw my cell out there. 404.
Dangerous.
404. I've been married 11 years, man. I'll talk to anybody. I'm a lonely guy.
I can vouch for that.
I'm a lonely guy. Thanks, Brandon.
I'm always here for you, buddy.
404-394-3252. That was a nice action-packed round. I think Marlon took it on position. No really damage dealt out for the most part. He might have got a couple shots in on the edge there. That is Joe Merritt over there. We got a lot of talent over here in Marlon's corner. But hey, you can have all the talent in the world in your corner, and if you don't go out there and get work done, get up in a loss. Wild Bill's Fight Night. I'm Cliff Farrell alongside Brandon Veazey. Special guest superstar Lee Roper in the house. Doing it Mountain Man style.
Always.
Always.
Staying Mountain Man.
I'm a big beard fan. I'm a big bearded person fan.
That's a little awkward for me.
If I was a girl, I'm not afraid to say it. If I was a girl, I'd go after a guy with a beard.
All right.
Actually, I'd probably start with a Tom Selleck type of guy.
We got to get Bedard over here, man. I'm looking at him. I'm challenging to a takedown battle. He has no freaking wizard defense. Guy can't stop a double to save his life.
I won $60 taking down Jeff Bedard.
Complete garbage. Looks like he might be bouncing.
I'm texting Jeff Bedard right now.
Man. I'm going to grab him by the waist. Looks like he's walking out of here.
Yeah.
He's got a real small T-shirt on.
What? That's what you do when you're a big-time fighter. You wear small T-shirts.
A lot of small T-shirts.
I'm an out-of-shape, semi-retired fighter.
He's bouncing.
I wear baggy T-shirts. He's wearing a Brian Bowles T-shirt. That's the best gorilla I've ever seen on it. Harris really settling in. Marlon wild punches. Marlon's throwing some wild punches. If he's going to throw him, he needs to throw him down the pipe because Harris is going to counter here. It's obvious Marlon. Nice. Harrison pushing the pace. 1-2s.
High kick. You were right about Norwood. This guy's a brawler.
Oh, yeah, he'll throw it, dude. I'm not lying. He makes for a great fight, though, man. You love watching Harris fight.
Scrappy.
He's good enough on the ground not to give up stupid submissions from a good submission guy, and he's not afraid to throw or give up a takedown. I like the guy.
Looks like the takedown battle could come into play here if this fight stays even. And Mathias keeps getting the takedowns. I mean, he's going to win the fight, correct?
I hate scoring takedowns. I mean, but you have to. You know, if there's no damage done, then you got, or no really submission attempts, I guess, then you got to score a position war. Ooh, looping punch. I was telling Marlon he needs to fire him down the middle. He kind of caught Harris with that looping punch. Harris needs to circle off here. He needs to circle right with the underhook and get off the rope. Oh, up. Throwing a nice elbow. Up elbow. I don't know if it connected there. Oh, I got another text. Might be somebody lonely wanting to chat.
Nice knee to the body there from Norwood.
MMA streaming live on the internet, the best thing to ever happen to amateur fighters. They can get recognized. You guys are great.
That's a good point.
I'm assuming that's not a hot chick. 954, I don't even know what area code that is. Definitely not in Atlanta.
BFE.
Yeah. Can't translate that. Well, Harris is like, okay. Whoa. Did you drop your microphone, Brandon?
No,
that was Southside Steve in the bathroom. Just dropped his microphone. Why can't we have a naked gun?
I'd like to give a little play-by-play on Southside Steve in the restroom.
Now we're gonna get Southside Steve over here.
See if we can get
Let's see that luscious ponytail of his.
I just want to touch it and then maybe smell it.
I just want to lay in it. I just want to lay in y'all hair.
Caress it.
Meanwhile, Harris throwing the kitchen sink at him out here. Thing about it is, what Harris does with his combos, and he actually trains it. You think he's just throwing wild head kicks. He'll throw that 1-2, and sometimes he'll throw a hook to the body, hoping that guy will drop that arm. Then he throws that head kick. He catches you on the temple. Hey, that's a good combination. You know, but like I said, Joe Merritt's kind of going crazy over there in the corner, freaking out. Hold on a second. I don't think that's Joe Merritt. This whole time I thought it was Joe Merritt. It's not Joe Merritt. My bad, Joe Merritt. That guy's swole, though. In my defense, Joe Merritt, I was thinking you were a swole guy over there.
Yeah, you wear a black tank top out in public.
Oh, yeah.
You're hard.
Oh, yeah. If I wear a black tank top here tonight, they might.
You would not get in the door.
The building.
Nobody in Wild Bill's is wearing that.
Harris is definitely winning this round on pure effective aggressiveness and damage. He's not. Oh, he's got it. He's got Marlon bleeding. I think Marlon might have thought he could take this round off a little bit. And Harris is pushing the pace. Like I said, this guy's always in the gym. He's always in fighting shape. You know, you talked about his record. A lot of that's because he's taking fights on short notice. Jeff Bedard just texted me back, I will.
Over-under situation. Looks like Marlon's looking to drop down to a double there.
Yeah, he could drop down to snag single-double. I think he finished the first one. I think he just dropped kind of to a single.
Looks like he's comfortable here having Norwood backed up in the corner here.
That's
nice
good. That's actually good tie technique. You see how Harris is pushing up on the chin, getting that separation. But all he's got to do is circle here. He's comfortable in the clinch. There you go. Circle and keep him in the corner. Oh, boom, boom. You see how he's fighting when he's backing up. That's what makes Harris such an exciting fighter to too slippery. I don't necessarily know if he'd have got that, and I don't think judges are gonna count that as a takedown.
Like he was trying to pull guard.
Yeah, he pulled. No, he went for a guillotine. I mean, as futile as his attempt was, you know. And I'm just creeped out by this guy just filming Vanderlei Silva the whole time during the match. That's creepy. I mean, I know he's a superstar.
I'm scared to death to be this close to Mr. Silva himself.
What is he? He's got something tattooed on his forearm.
I think it says, I will crush your skull if you get near me.
If you can read this, you're about to die.
But it's in cursive, so I may be wrong. I have a hard time reading.
Cursive Portuguese. That's the end of round two. I'm going to give that round to Harris. I'm going to give that round to Harris Norwood.
Yeah, me too. I'm giving it to Norwood as well. I feel like if Norwood keeps this standing up, he wins the fight. If he can keep it standing, Norwood's going to win.
Effective aggressiveness. Well, boxing rules are effective aggressiveness, ring generalship, all that stuff. Well, obviously there's a lot more elements to MMA. So
I can't see where he's cut, but Marlon seems to be pouring out a good bit of blood.
He's bleeding out of his nose. He just spit his mouth mouthpiece out.
I got a little splatter from it. Nice.
I will say this, though. Marlon looks a little winded, and Harris has got 10 more minutes in the tank on his feet. I promise you that.
You're only giving him 10 minutes?
Well, they've already fought 10 minutes,
no, I'm
saying he could fight for 20. That's pretty impressive.
He could probably fight. Looks like he could fight
Harris
for an hour.
Norwood has 37.5 minutes left in the tank. Is that better?
It's a nice gas tank. I wonder how many miles per gallon that is. No need to get aggressive,
hey,
sir. I know you've been up for a while, but, you know.
Hey, man.
Cut me some slack.
I'm way past my bedtime right now.
I wish we could get a camera on the photographer over here, Mr. Santa Claus. I mean, he's killing. He's double dipping, you know.
He's got a knuckle up
Santa
t-shirt
Claus
on.
in December,
What's up.
taking pictures. Nice orange tie-dye hat.
Well, here's the factor here. Harris coming out, crazy spinning back kick. I love it.
The crowd wants to see some more kicks.
Here's the thing, though, man. Harris. You see how Harris has kind of got Marlon into his into his game now.
Yeah, definitely.
Like Marlon was only looking for the takedown earlier. Now Marlon wants to trade with him. I don't know. I mean, and Marlon's probably got. I mean, it looks like He's got good movement. His hands are up. You know, I'm sure he's got a great neutral game. But his initial game was to get Harris to the mat and do mats. Do submissions and get him to the mat and work stuff on the mat. Now all of a sudden he's trading with Harris in the third round, where I think Harris is fresher. More fresh. My bad.
More fresh.
For you English majors out there.
Fresh to death.
Fresh. Where Harris is fresh to death. That's take two.
Hey, as Lee Roper would say, get them to the third and break them.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
We might get to see that happen. I'd like to see Norwood push the pace right here.
You know what I would like to see Harris do? Score to a score.
Ooh.
Lee Roper, fist pump, and a smile.
I'd like a swift kick to the temple, personally. But I'm more, I'm looking for a showman.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's a great fight. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, I'm pumped.
I'm enjoying it, and I'm only drinking water. Oh, you see how he caught him with that hook on the way out? He 1-2'd. See, Harris is really he's getting some confidence.
Nice.
See how that confidence is coming?
He's starting to break him.
Hey, but I'm telling you, Marlon's. Yeah.
Now he's looking to dive in
Marlon's
for that takedown.
No, don't pull guard, Harris. Hold
on now. How? All right.
I didn't mean to sound biased.
But
there.
if Norwood, it feels like he's winning the fight standing up. Okay, he's got a slight advantage. He feels like he might be about to give up a takedown there. He pulls guard and doesn't give up the score.
But you don't know what the judges are going to score. As you've seen it before, we've saw quite a few fights there on Wild Bill's Fight Night that did not get scored properly. I'm not leaving anything in the hand of the judges. You feel me?
But if he's going to give up the takedown anyway.
He wasn't even in a position to give up the takedown.
He might have felt that, is what I'm saying. No need to argue here.
There's all kind of weird people taking pictures of Wanderlei Silva. These people are creeping me out.
Hey, he's a photogenic guy.
But I will say one thing. The people that are taking pictures of Wanderlei Silva have us in the background.
Nice.
What's up? Nice. Cliff Fretwell, Brandon Visa here. Wild Bill's Fight Now. We're streaming live on the freaking internet.
In the house.
I love technology. I love Toto Logic and Sat Logic. I will say, Jim McGee, the president of Sat Logic, has some great facial hair.
Gonna stand him up here.
Maybe this will play into, got a text. Hi, my name's Andrew Beach from Newport Beach.
What's up, Beach?
Oh, what's up, Beach? Oh, Kel Yarbrough in the house. He's representing Kel Yarbrough, Dave Newborn, Jeff Bedard, Brian Bowles. This guy's dropping everybody's name on the planet. You can't claim all those cats,
Oh, sure he
Andrew
can.
Beach.
Sure he can.
He said he wished he could be in ATL with those guys. We'll make sure we tell Jeff Bedard that.
For show.
Fort Lauderdale in the house.
Let's see Norwood open
Fort Lauderdale, what you got? What you got on my drink, Fort Lauderdale?
Let's see what Norwood's got. He's smiling. He's ready to fight, man.
Hey, I'm telling you, this is the champ. Oh, look at him with those sweep inside shin kicks, man. Marlon caught a nice thing coming in. Harris, don't give up this takedown.
Stay hard on that Wizard. Don't give up on the Wizard. Nice little trip.
Cheer for Harris.
Nice little
You're
tip.
an unbiased commentator.
Just
How
coach.
dare you?
I could be biased. He won me over in the fight.
I am biased a little bit, I got to say, because
I'd like to see Marlon snatch this single up,
fights, but
I'd like to see him snatch this single up.
hey, double underhooks here is okay. Oh, look at my little slide by. Marlon, there. I mean, I'm sure Marlon's corner's imploring him to push the pace, and I will say I'll be disappointed. Ooh. I thought I heard the clap for short time in the round, but right here in my face, I always like
coming at you. Oh, nice little pass.
Harris with a haymaker and missed. As you guys that were watching the last fights or here for the last fights, we were at a cage around the ring for the last fight. Jeopardard's sighting. He's headed this way. Jeopardard's headed this way. I'm excited. I'm giddy.
I'm hiding. I'm scared of this man. I heard he shaves his belly button.
That's going to be the fight.
Who you got, Cliff? Who you got?
Great fight.
Who you got?
Great fight. Harris Norwood won that fight.